Lamentations. Uh, it is very similar to Psalms, but this is mostly about, oh my God, I'm so badly landed, I'm so misery. Oh, this is complete shit. Although this is a relatively short book, it manages to contain a contradiction, and it managed to mention dragons, and no, dragons are not dinosaurs, as you can see from Lamentations, because they have body parts as mammals, these breasts. Uh, so it is very interesting, and then it talks about ostriches. Uh, what are, those giant walking birds in the desert, and the Bible claims them as terrible parents, but they are not. So this is incorrect data. Now, where did Lamentations came from? Traditionally, it is thought that Jeremiah is the author of it, or said these verses, but well, it is highly doubtable. If you want to give the credit to one person, then give it to Zedekiah, the last king of the Jews in Judah. But the fifth chapter is really just a folk song, and I have some doubt that Zedekiah would be responsible for the second or fourth chapters, but why not? It's shit anyway, and this is where I went to lament on the Bible itself, because it's boring, it is very repetitive, and it's bloody long. This really, even as I put notes, it's really hard to remember on everything, but I do my best, and it's not that much of a problem as I go from books to the other books. So it's it has a relatively low chance that I mistake anywhere, but I constantly argue with people on other forums and in real life about the contents of the Bible, and really, this is a very long book that seems that no one read it for 500 years, and yeah, reading is from the beginning to the end, and don't leave out any words of it, and no, it's not adequate to read one section from the Old Covenant, then one from the New Covenant, and one from the prophetic books of the Old Covenant. That will lead you nowhere. I use this analogy that you have a book about that Sherlock Holmes story, and you will read the first page, then the last page, then the second page, then the last but one page. You really like to read something like that? I don't think so. So this is just a very stupid way to read anything, especially something such old thing like the Bible, what has really ancient grammars, and the translation varies between translations and between languages, and it's really a shame these people don't sit down and they had to agree on what at least what the translation is. Not and the next step would be that, oh, what this tells us, and this, there will be a fixed point of view where what what you can compare to something, because this way this is just nonsense, and it is an almost hopeless thing. And so if with in this position, I myself, I have to say that, well, I read it, and I think I have uh, that much cleverness and education, the required background to understand the simple text, because this is just a book. I know some of you want that, oh, you have to have faith in that and everything, but I never questioned it. Yeah, okay, it talks about miracles. Who gives a shit? That's just within the logic of the tale. I don't give a thing on that. But when things contradict each other, when things contradict the reality I know, the reality I can experience with, then I just won't accept it. Well, I think this will be enough lamentation for you.